Okay, YouTube, I have sold my YouTube video studio for the princely sum of $235,000. I wanted to talk to you about it real quick before I abandon this. I am moving my Hillbilly Jumbotron, the one that have these, it's like a 115-inch TV. I'm moving that to one of my now 2 new offices. If you like this more cerebral content on Investment Joy, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and give me your feedback in the comments, because we're going to talk about a lot of math on how to make money, how I'm making money on this, and I think it's kind of a good lesson for everybody here involved. Have you ever heard the saying, I want to have my cake and eat it too? If memory serves me right, that is a saying from either the late 1700s and the early 1800s, when people of nobility or wealthy people would have somebody make them a really fancy cake, and they were really pretty with, you know, the flowers decorated on them. But inside that cake was the good stuff that we're all accustomed to. It was the, you know, the sugar and the cream and all that good stuff. But the people who had those cakes, the wealthy people, they had this issue of they would want to eat the cake, but they'd also want to keep it on display, because if you had a cake on display, it would mean that you're wealthy and that you could afford to have this really nice sugary concoction in view of your guests, and it was a show of nobility or wealth. In real estate, the goal is always to have your cake and eat it too. It's to keep real estate and to keep that real estate going up in value, to pay down the debt, to hold assets while somebody else pays them off, but at a bare minimum, keeping that value going up, at least for the considerable future. Now, I don't know if you knew it, and I'm more than happy to talk about it now, but this YouTube studio is actually in the little house on the 23 acres that I bought forever ago. See, I bought this property inside an LLC that I own, but I did not put any money. The LLC paid for it, and I've been using it as a tax write-off YouTube studio, along with that Hillbilly Jumbotron, to do my YouTube videos and to do car wash stuff and to do laundromat and stuff like that. I have reached my wit's end, and that's why we haven't had really too many videos on YouTube and TikTok for quite some time. This property is on 23 acres. It's back a really nice long lane. It's very secluded, and I haven't been able to get any support staff, like people, to come and help me out with this place regularly. So I sold it to a real estate developer about 6 to 9 months ago for the $235,000. I paid $175,000 on it to begin with, but we did a purchase money mortgage. Now, if you don't know what a purchase money mortgage is, it's where you turn the person that currently owns a piece of property or a business into the bank. So you don't actually have to deal with credit. You don't have to deal with a lot of times a significant down payment, although the LLC spent $15,000 on that house. But you don't need the normal bank crap in order to buy the property. Now, this property, for some reason, has shopping carts and abandoned vans on it. Don't ask me why, but there's abandoned stuff here. But you don't have to do it. You don't have to use a bank to buy stuff, realistically. And if that's of interest to you, the concept of not using banks without credit, make sure you check out my business buyers course, where I go over purchase money mortgages and other strategies to take over profitable businesses that you can make money on, no banks, no credit involved. And sometimes that you don't need any money to purchase them. You don't need any money involved to do those kinds of deals. Now, on this one, like I said, I had $15,000. The YouTube channel has been paying for it, which is nice, but I've got to a point now, my car wash, my laundromat, my 138 rentals, all this stuff. This is a nature exploration. Is that a cicada? I don't know if that's a cicada or hornet. I think it's a cicada. Anyway, but I've sold this studio for $235,000. The kind of significant thing is I didn't have to really spend any of my own money. The company did. And even at that, we only spent $15,000 on it. We realized, I think, a net gain of $75,000 after it's all said and done, just with selling my YouTube studio. And kind of the amazing, important thing to me is that beyond the $15,000, we were able to write a private contract to sell it. No banks. Although I'm losing the ability to use this office anymore, I've got a really nice office that I'm getting at the local college because they have this government grant to encourage entrepreneurship in Southern Ohio. So that means I get an office for 30 bucks a month, which is hard to pass up. And then my car wash, laundromat, rental office is going to be on the largest street in town, and That means not only do I have two nice sit-down offices, I'm also able to put a vending machine in front of my other office. So now all I have to do is walk probably 15 feet to do a quarter collection video when I feel like it. But my company's really evolving to where we're hiring full-time staff. I'm able to step away as time goes on. If you guys have been paying attention, I have been the one to go to Sam's Club to get the drinks. I've been the one restocking the machines. I've certainly done a lot of cleaning at the laundromat. And as time goes on, I'm finally able to walk away from those positions so I can concentrate on the things that make me the most money. YouTube and running a car wash and buying rental properties. Because I'm at this point right now, I've picked 8 properties inside my real estate portfolio to sell. And if everything goes right, I should realize a net proceed of about $500,000. And that's a lot of money for a guy that lives in Southern Ohio. Our cost of living here in Southern Ohio is very low compared to somebody in California. So if you would adjust cost of living, it's not $1 million sale that I'll get out of these properties. It's like $1 million to $1.5 million once you figure out how far a dollar goes in Southern Ohio as opposed to California. So I'm really excited about all these things that are transpiring. Now that I've sold my YouTube office, now that I've built another office on the main drag, I've hired a full-time secretary, and she's getting my butt kicked in gear so that the first part of my day is for car wash, laundromat, rental stuff, and then the second part of my day is going to be strictly YouTube stuff so that we can break this stuff down and hopefully all of you guys can gain some education when it comes to running a business, and it'll actually boost my profitability inside my different real estate businesses a ton. Coronavirus has really put a hamper on my businesses, more so my rentals than the laundromat or the car wash. Both those businesses are doing well, and we actually ended the month with a record-breaking month for the laundromat. We made, I think it was $5,200 solely in the laundromat. We're going to get those apartments above it rented out, and that will bring in, I think, another $1,200 a month. So at this rate, we'll be at about $6,500 a month, more money than we've ever made off the laundromat. So the laundromat's really supporting itself, and I don't have to use YouTube money in any way, shape, or form to support it. And as I really want to keep these businesses profitable in their own right, because it would be stupid for me to tell you guys to buy a laundromat or a car wash or rental properties if I can't make money off them myself and be able to run a full-time YouTube business while managing those properties in my spare time. Hopefully that makes sense, because most of these things I think are businesses and things you can get into and do in your spare time while you build up a large war chest to get out of those things. I've also got a lot of really good education opportunities that will be free for people who watch my channel, whether you're watching me on YouTube or TikTok. I'm starting to partner with a lot of finance companies to teach people how to open a bank account, how to control your credit, get a good credit score so you can get a nice FHA loan with 3.5% down, and do the regular financial management stuff. But ultimately, it's a way that you guys can make money by gaining financial literacy, and I can make money by referring people to different programs, which will be cool. Make sure that you check the links in this description, because there'll be a sign up for free finance education, and there'll be a sign up then again for my paid course if you want to know how to build a purchase money mortgage to buy something like a car wash, laundromat, or rental portfolio with little to no down and using somebody else's credit or no credit at all. Now back to that having cake and eating it too. I think that I might be able to retain the ability to park cars here for our large outdoor festival this fall, but I could be wrong because of coronavirus maybe kicking that off. On an odd note, the developer's actually wanting to hire me and the newspaper company that I own in order to build a press kit to explain to people why they want to develop real estate in my small town in Ohio. There's been a lot of local pushback for small and medium developments in my area because people get afraid of a real estate investor from 20 miles away building an apartment complex. That's a really interesting thing, and I think that we might even use YouTube to address it and explain to people why the world works the way it does when it comes to affordable housing. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe if you already haven't, and let me know in the comment section what you think about these more cerebral videos. If I have to build a channel exclusively for these videos, I will. We do have Investment Joy Live, but I wanted to get that out there and let you know about the sale of this property. Thank you guys for watching.